Well, hey there, welcome back to the channel. We are so glad that you joined us today. Today we're doing a sit-down talk, just me and the Texas dad. I'm Texas mom, this is Texas dad.
We're sitting down, that's what makes this a sit-down talk.
He's very ornery tonight, so you're going to have to pray really hard for me that we can get through
It's this new brew. It gives me high energy.
So,
not like Jed, high energy.
Okay. So I'm gonna have a couple announcements to get started, and then I'm gonna tell you really quickly what we're talking about tonight. Let me just tell you what we're talking about tonight. Tonight we're gonna be talking about the 5 healthy cancer-fighting foods that everybody needs in your house right now, because everybody's immune system is always under attack. And we know for the past few years, we've been super bombarded with a lot of different things that our immune systems are not quite yet adjusted to. So we need to be taking care of ourselves, right? And then to that, we've added stress and other different things, right? Just because of the world around us. We're not stressed.
No stress. Too blessed to be stressed.
We are too blessed to be stressed. The Lord is in control. So we are going to tell you those top 5 healthy cancer-fighting foods that are cheap, they're easy, they're accessible, everybody needs them in your house, and you can grow all of these foods in your backyard. So that's the bonus. We're gonna be talking about that as we go through. So before we get started, I'm just gonna say that we have been working really hard here, the kids and I, on adding some new and exciting things over on the farm shop.
Cheers.
If you don't know, we have a farm shop and it's called TheTexasBoys.com, and it's just a great way for us to give back to you, our community, as well as for you guys to be able to kind of help the boys out and be a blessing to the kids, and they get to run a business here out of the house, which is just, it's a lot of fun. So new over at the farm shop is the mushroom shop, guys, and over there you're gonna find 3 brand new drinks that we are really excited about. They are healthy. Our family has been using mushrooms for so many years now, just incorporating them into our diet and as supplements, and they just have so many different benefits.
We've been using medicinal mushrooms, not magic mushrooms, right? Just want to clarify.
Yes.
Not on the Mike Tyson bandwagon.
No, we have just been using mushrooms.
No shamans, we're not licking toads,
they're
right?
normal purposes, guys, health purposes. So go ahead over there and you're gonna find 3 different things. One is a mushroom hot cocoa mix, which is really cool. So you can get off of your yucky, not so good hot cocoa if you drink hot cocoa, or if you don't drink hot cocoa at all, maybe this will be a special treat for you and you can start adding it in to your daily routine. And in doing that, you will also be getting your daily dose of mushrooms, and it's a 7 mushroom adaptogenic blend, and it's really good for
chaga, lion's mane, reishi,
shiitake. There's 7 mushrooms in the blend. It's really good, so go over there and check it out. And then you're also going to see on there is a coffee alternative, which the boys have dubbed Native Mud, and the Native Mud is a proprietary blend that we have developed here just for you guys, and
all of us scientists worked hard to develop this formulation, and it is
chai, cacao, and turmeric, and what? And the mushroom blend.
It's got the shrooms in it.
And the mushroom blend. And it's really good.
It's tasty.
That's what we're having here.
With some native honey.
This evening, as well as your 3rd option over there. Right now, currently, we're looking to add a couple more things, but right now, currently, the 3rd option is just the plain 7 mushroom blend, the powder that you can get. It's organic, it's American grown, American distributed, and you can go ahead and get that and add that into your coffee. So if you like your coffee, you can keep your coffee.
If you like your coffee, you can keep your coffee.
And you can just add in the mushroom powder to your tea, coffee, smoothies, soups, whatever.
We have t-shirts at the website. Now this t-shirt here is a one-of-a-kind spell check t-shirt. So when me and Matt ordered our t-shirt, it was with the autocorrect issue on it. So this is not available on the website. This is a one-of-a-kind. We will sell the 2 shirts that we have for $100 a piece. So let us know. No, we have the ones with the correct spelling on the website.
Without further ado, we also have honey over there, so go check out the honey as well. There's all kinds of good things over there. You're sure to find something that you might like. So without further ado, let's just jump into it and let's do the top 5 cancer-fighting foods that everybody should have. Every grocery store in America is gonna have them, and so they're very easily accessible, and you're probably gonna be able to grow them in your backyard.
All right, let it rip, Texas Mom.
Well, go ahead.
You're running the ship.
No, go ahead.
Cruciferous vegetables. I wanted to talk about cruciferous vegetables because they are absolutely my favorite vegetable.
Okay, now let me do a quick commercial break. If you don't like your cruciferous vegetables, like some
yes, please.
one here that doesn't, there are other alternatives, okay? So I'm gonna show you 2 alternatives that we do here at our house to help the little ones and the big ones that you can never get enough of these foods anyway, ever in your diet. So having a supplement really, really helps. And this supplement here that I have, I can link it for you. This is on Amazon, and this actually has a mushroom blend in with it, and so does this one. They both have mushroom blends in with it. So mushrooms we're starting to learn more and more and more about the power of adaptogenic mushrooms. And
they've been used in Eastern health and medicine for like thousands of years.
Yes.
And they absolutely work, you know.
Yeah, and just a little bit every day
very
really
good for
helps
your immune system.
Your immune system, your hormones.
And they're adaptogenic, so they kind of adapt to what you need. So
right.
If you're deficient.
So this green powder I will link. This is on Amazon. This is an Amazon Greens, and it has so many different things in it. I'm not going to get into all of it today, but we just add a scoop of this to some water or some juice.
It's largely because for a list of cruciferous vegetables, things like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, collards, radishes, and turnips, all of those I greatly despise, regardless of how they're prepared, whether they are fried, steamed, whether they are cooked in a slurry.
That's okay. A lot of
smothered
people,
in cheddar.
A lot of people don't like those foods, and that's okay.
Terrible.
So there are great supplements out there. This is another one. This is by Sunwarrior company, and this is called Beauty Greens. And this one comes in just an unflavored version as well as the pina colada. I love the pina colada version of it, and it just has so many different things in it, guys. It's gonna have all your cruciferous vegetables in there, plus so much more in here. So these are 2 really great options, and 1 jar of this will last you a month. If you're serving it to a whole family, it's still gonna last you a month.
I do like fresh cruciferous vegetables if they're in a smoothie. I can do a cruciferous.
And that's another great way to get them, is to put your kale or your broccoli, just put a little handful into your smoothie with some fruit, and you will never even know that it's there, and it's raw, which is in its best form. So that's always good too.
Cruciferous.
Another way that we've kind of snuck in and got those cruciferous vegetables, talking about kale and cauliflower and broccoli and all that, is, and I talk about this all the time, but my favorite shredded salad at the grocery store, you can find it at Walmart or probably just your little Main Street Market grocery store. It's shredded salad. They're really,
if you
really
shred
popular.
that stuff, it's way easier to eat. It's just, it's much more palatable.
Yes, and usually it comes with a little dressing packet that you can include or chuck depending on what your taste is, but it also comes with like cranberries, which will sweeten it, and then maybe some walnuts or pecans, and that'll sweeten it up too. But look for that, and if you get about 5 bags of them in a week, you can just plan that every single night you're gonna have a big salad with your dinner, and you're gonna get in all of those raw veggies in their raw form. And I promise you, if you just keep putting it on the kids' plate eventually
they will eat it.
They will come around to eating it.
Yeah, they all eat it.
I can't promise you that they will eat it within the first 6 months, but eventually they will start to nibble on it and eat it. So that's a good one. The cruciferous vegetables, that is #1 food for fighting cancer. Okay, what's next?
Garlic.
Okay.
Which I like garlic. It's
Garlic,
yummy.
yes. And we can grow lots of garlic.
We can go grow garlic.
Yes. So garlic, just put it in any recipe that you can think of to put it in. The more the better, but you know, you have to live with people too, so you don't want to.
If you want to supplement, and if you want to supplement garlic, you want to look for a good aged garlic supplement.
Okay.
Kyolic makes a good aged garlic supplement because you won't get that smell.
Yes.
I was talking to my buddy Steve today
Okay.
about reducing his cholesterol.
Okay.
And I told him if he's taking a high quality aged garlic supplement, he will not need the statins and all those other things if he takes that and takes some high BTU cayenne pepper. It's got to be very hot, but
And that is spelled with a K when you said that type of garlic, right? It's a
yeah, Kyolic, Kyolic or whatever.
Okay, we'll try to find
That's
one.
the brand, Kyolic, but it's
And
aged.
We'll link it for you below.
Yeah.
Every day, garlic every day as a supplement, definitely. And
Certainly as a food.
fresh,
Yep.
chopped up, diced, however you want
good
to do
for
it.
you.
Get it in because it's really good
Garlic
for you.
and honey.
Okay, so next up is berries. And when we talk about berries, there is kind of like a hierarchy of berries of what is the best primo for fighting cancer and then on its way down. So all berries are good for you. Obviously, they all come to the table with different benefits. But when you're talking about specifically fighting cancer, which we all want to do, right? Because we all have cancer cells in our body floating around. Our body is always fighting off cancer. It's just a matter of if it catches your body at the wrong time and you're worn out and worn down is when cancer can become problematic, right? So when we talk about berries, we just learned this actually, is that the Indian gooseberry is actually the highest in anti-cancer fighting properties.
Phytonutrients.
By so far. It beats out all the other ones by so far. So if you're really purposeful about this, I would look for the Indian gooseberry. You're probably not going to be able to find it fresh or maybe even dried, but you can find it in powder form, and just a teaspoon of that a day is going to give you so many antioxidants and so much in your corner for fighting cancer. So look for that, and I'll look that up and I'll try to link all these things for us. Second to that would be blackberries. So blackberries are just over the top high in antioxidants and cancer fighting properties. So you can grow blackberries in most parts of this country.
Blackberries is a dirty dozen, so you want to grow your blackberries because they're heavily sprayed with chemicals.
Right. All your berries are going to be heavily sprayed with chemicals. And you know, there is best practice and then there is reality, guys.
Yeah.
So when we talk about getting berries into your diet, number one, get berries in your diet. If you can't afford organic berries for everybody in your whole household, just get berries. It'll be okay. But
I recommend if you're going to grow a blackberry, you grow a thornless. We have the Prime Arc, which is a Primocane, comes from the Arkansas breeding program. The Prime Arc Freedom. And then we have we have Arapaho, Navajo. There's a lot of really good thornless blackberries that you can grow.
And the thornless ones are so much easier to maintain and cut back and just more enjoyable to pick from as well.
Yeah.
But I know growing up, up north, there was wild blackberries all the time and you could just pick them and eat them. So maybe even look, depending on where you are in the country, there might even be places where your family could forage blackberries for certain seasons, and that would be really cool because it's free, which is even better. But right now, write it on your to-do list, bucket list. Get a blackberry bush or plant and get it in the ground.
Or wait till we have cuttings and we'll sell you blackberry cuttings.
That's right.
That'll be in this late fall.
And blackberries do great in containers. So they actually do better in containers. You can check out like Texas Prepper 2 channel, and he has been growing blackberries for years, and he really loves his container blackberries because they are a plant that has to be managed.
And he's done them in the ground and he's done them in containers. He's done them both, and he prefers them in containers.
Yes. Okay, so next up is, you do love this.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
I love mushrooms.
Yes. And
Baby Bella, Portobello, any kind of mushroom. I love all mushrooms. Morels, I love mushrooms.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of the mushrooms.
So mainly we try to just buy mushrooms probably every week and try to incorporate them into 1 or 2 meals a week. You can freeze them, which is really great. I've been dehydrating mushrooms lately, which is a really nice way. You can get them on discount at the grocery store. You know, mushrooms don't last super long and they start to get slimy when they're all chopped up. So look at your local grocery store and they will discount them really often. You can get them for like 50% off. Grab a bunch of them, bring them home, and either throw them in the freezer, or if you have a cheap dehydrator like we do, you can throw them in your dehydrator and they dehydrate up perfectly. So nice. And you can put them in jars and then you can have them all year round, and it's really awesome. Another super cool thing with mushrooms that I'm looking forward to doing real soon, probably as soon as the weather cools off a little bit here, is growing our own mushrooms. And I've been watching so many videos on growing. There's so many different types of mushrooms that you can grow. They have kits, they come in like mushroom blocks, and you can grow pounds and pounds and pounds, I mean, of mushrooms from one little mushroom block. You could grow like 60 pounds of mushrooms. People are growing them in their gardens. You can grow them in containers. You can grow them in the house during the winter. And I'm telling you, like the oyster mushrooms, there's so many beautiful ones. I mean, they're aesthetically beautiful to grow as well. There's pinks and corals and blues and just all different color of oyster mushrooms, and it's just amazing. So I can't wait to do that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I've already talked to little Grace about it and told her we're going to grow all these pretty mushrooms and we're going to have them to eat. So that's going to help out a lot with not having to be as dependent on the grocery store all the time. Last one's turmeric. Organic turmeric is ridiculously expensive, y'all. For organic turmeric, it is very expensive. You can check out my buddy Eric at The More You Grow, and he'll show you how to raise turmeric in totes. And turmeric is a tropical plant. It needs to be, if you're growing it in a zone, it would have to be 10 plus zone. It's tropical. I've tried growing turmeric and ginger in the ground, and I haven't been able to make it work yet. Eric sent me a bunch of turmeric rhizomes, and unfortunately, I don't know, it's hot as stinking the tropics. Here's the thing that I've learned about growing turmeric, and ginger is another one, but turmeric for the topic tonight for anti-cancer. One really cool fact about turmeric is that you can get them at the grocery store and you can plant them right from grocery store turmeric and it will grow. Another thing is they love containers. So if you're growing turmeric, it's way easier to manage in little pots or containers, and they actually like being constrained, yes. So I'm going to be trying to grow some turmeric and some ginger, but they like the shade a little bit more. So if you're in a really hot climate like us, they do like the heat, but they like kind of to have some shade during the day too. So that's another thing. But I'm planning to do my mushroom garden. I'm planning to do it on my big plastic tables that I have out in the garden. And I'm just going to put my containers up on top of the tables. and I'm just gonna have my mushroom garden up there, and that's the way that I plan to do my turmeric and ginger as well, is to put it up on the tables in the containers, and that way it can get babysat and really taken care of well. Plus it's movable, so I can move it to the shade if I need to, if I feel like it's, you know, not doing super well. But I've seen people grow tons of turmeric and ginger in pots, in containers, up off the ground, in really hot climates. Now I think there are ways to grow them. If you bring them inside for the rest of the year, you could do that. Or if you have a little greenhouse, or probably if you set them by the window, you could probably even have them more inside during the winter months and then take them outside on your porch or patio during the summer months. That's it, guys. That's the top 5 superfoods, anti-cancer foods, cancer-fighting foods that everybody needs right now. Everybody can grow those things or work on it. Write those 5 things down and work towards growing those 5 things. That's what we're doing. We're not there yet, but we are learning, and as we learn those things, it's just so simple to be able to incorporate them into our plans for growing here on the farm.
You did good, Texas Mom. You're very thorough. You didn't ramble too much.
Thanks so much for joining us today, guys. I hope that something here was a blessing to you, and I hope that you'll be able to take something away from this and apply it for your family. And until next time, we'll see you right back here on the farm.
Try some native mud, y'all. It's yummy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.